Hollywood just got shaken. And it's not because of a scandal this time, it's because George Clooney, the man who once led one of the slickest heist crews in movie history, has just dropped a bombshell. Yes, Ocean's 14 is happening. But that's not all. In an emotional and candid moment at the AFI Film Festival, Clooney didn't just talk about movies. He talked about life, about fatherhood, fame, and why he's raising his children on a quiet farm in France, far away from the flashing lights of Hollywood. What made one of the biggest stars in the world choose simplicity over stardom? Tonight, we dive deep into the emotional truth behind the charm and the cinematic comeback of George Clooney. George Clooney has always been Hollywood royalty, the silver-haired, smooth-talking gentleman who made millions swoon in ER, conquered cinema with Ocean's 11, and became a household name synonymous with class. But Clooney's story has never just been about fame. He's been the activist, the director, the humanitarian, and above all, a man who never lost touch with who he really is. From growing up on a Kentucky farm to walking red carpets around the globe, Clooney's journey has been one of humble beginnings turned into an empire of elegance. But now, at 64, something has clearly changed. The George Clooney we saw at the AFI Fest premiere of J. Kelly wasn't just a movie star promoting a new role. He was a husband and father reflecting on the kind of life he wants for his children. At the red carpet of J. Kelly, Entertainment Tonight's Nichelle Turner caught up with Clooney, and what began as a lighthearted chat turned into headline gold. After joking about age, happiness, and his Kentucky roots, Clooney let slip one major revelation that sent fans buzzing. Ocean's 14 is officially happening. Yes, the beloved heist crew is coming back. Clooney confirmed that Warner Brothers is coming back this week and that they're going to find a date, with production expected to begin next year. For fans who thought Ocean's 13 was the end of the line, this is monumental. But the surprises didn't stop there. Clooney also reacted to news about a prequel, one that will explore the origins of Danny Ocean's parents, played by none other than Margot, Robbie, and Bradley Cooper. They're gifted and talented, Clooney said with a smile. I get to go and watch as a fan. That humility, that quiet pride, is pure George Clooney. The internet exploded the moment Clooney's interview dropped. Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok flooded with reactions. George Clooney back as Danny Ocean? Take my money, one fan wrote. Another joked. So Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper are Danny Ocean's parents? That's the most beautiful genetics ever assembled. Even fellow cast members from the original Ocean's crew, like Matt Damon and Don Cheadle, have been teasing fans with cryptic emojis and old set photos. Hollywood insiders are calling it the comeback of the decade. Not just a sequel, but a revival of that golden era of cool crime cinema. What most people don't know is that Ocean's 14 was almost canceled forever. After the death of Bernie Mac in 2008, Clooney said he couldn't imagine doing another one without him. The Ocean's family wasn't just a cast, it was a brotherhood. But in recent years, after seeing the success of Ocean's 8, the idea of returning one last time started to grow. Insiders say the new script will honor Bernie Mac's memory and introduce a younger generation into the franchise. Rumor has it that Clooney's Danny Ocean might be training his successor in this one, a symbolic passing of the torch. And then there's the prequel, Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper playing Danny Ocean's parents. Hollywood's ultimate leading man now spends his days surrounded by vineyards, animals, and laughter, far away from the paparazzi. There are rules about taking pictures of kids in Europe, Clooney said. When the kids don't get their picture taken, that's a good thing. It's that simple. A man who once stole millions on screen now treasures stolen moments of privacy in real life. In many ways, this version of George Clooney mirrors the journey of Danny Ocean himself. A man who, after a lifetime of high-stakes games, finally wants peace. Just as Danny sought one last job before walking away, Clooney too seems to be preparing his final act as an A-list star, but on his own terms. It's a striking contrast to the Clooney of the 2000s, the eternal bachelor, the jet-setter, the red carpet regular. Now he's the farmer dad who still commands Hollywood whenever he chooses to return. And when you look at his bond with the Ocean's cast, it's clear, this film isn't just about money or fame, it's about friendship, nostalgia, and saying goodbye to an era that defined cool. So here we are, on the edge of something truly special. Ocean's 14 is happening, George Clooney is back, but more importantly, he's found something even rarer than box office gold: contentment. From Kentucky to Cannes, from Hollywood to a farmhouse in France, George Clooney has lived many lives. But now, as he prepares to steal our hearts once again, we're reminded that even the biggest stars can crave the simplest things: family, laughter, and peace. And maybe that's the biggest heist of all, finding happiness in a world that never stops chasing more.